Hi guys, Cynthia here, and today, I'm feeling so much better. I was so sick for I think it was like 7 days, something like that, and I think this is the eighth day, and you can hear it kind of in my voice that it's like it's I'm just getting better. But today we're doing some work with the beds. Let me show you what I've done so far. I did something without you guys. It was yesterday evening. It was like too dark to film, and like I've noticed like when I don't have good lighting, like my videos look very grainy and I don't want to put out that kind of content. So I got to figure out what I'm going to do for like either a new camera or something. I don't know. Okay, let me just show you what I've got going on. Alrighty. So once again in the garden, big change. I did go ahead and move the hydrangea. I'm extremely happy with this decision. Probably the best choice that I have made this far, and I'm really happy with that. I did place this bed here for now. I'm not sure if this is exactly where it's going to stay. It might move over just another hair, or I might have to move the barrel. The situation is, you guys can see that I do have to cut the forsythia. Um, and obviously the plants and the bed are kind of spilling over. But that is like what's going to happen naturally. So I just want to make sure that I have a clear path. So I may move over like this barrel by like a half an inch or something. And something else, let's bring you this way so I can show you what the goal is. The goal is to have the beds not, oh, sorry about that. Not like, I don't know if you can see that, but I kind of want them to be even with each other. And so that bed back there has to go in just another couple inches. Nothing too major. So going back around, let me show you where I put the hydrangea, looking very wilty. I have faith that it will return. I watered it deeply and mulched it extremely heavily. And you can see she's, yeah, I might come in and like cut back all of the blooms, but she's looking a little rough. Over here, I did go to, I think I got this at Lowe's. I can't remember. But anyway, this little lime hydrangea was on sale for barely anything. So that's why I bought it. But it gets 3 to 5 feet tall and wide. And it's a zone 3 to 8. And I thought this would be a really cute, I don't know, plant to cap this corner. You know what I mean? I will be moving these hostas. I'm extending, like I have a, what is that called? A garden under my tree. And so I think I'm just going to put those there just to get this out of here. Now, I want to put a barrel in this area, but I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to do that yet because I know that I have a smattering of daffodils and I don't want to have them buried. So I may have to hold off on putting a barrel over here until spring, and then when I see the daffodils come up, I will go ahead and dig them up and put them elsewhere. So today's goal, guys, is I bought some buckets and stuff in my gorilla cart. We are going to try to remove all of the soil from this bed. Once removed, I'm going to use the same hardware cloth to line the bottom of that bed. I thought about using the brand new one, but then once this is lifted and all the dirt is out, what am I going to do? It's going to be hard and it might hurt me to roll up a hardware cloth. So we're just going to reuse it because this bed is 6 foot. That's only a 3 foot bed. So I'll only be using half of that. And there's another hardware cloth under that one too. So once this is empty, we'll remove this. We'll start moving things over. And then we will start filling that bed with all of this soil and all the soil inside there. Take that apart. And then, there's a lot of steps before I can start building. All right, so I've done a lot of talking already. I think we're in like past 3 minutes. So let's start. What am I doing again? Oh, getting the dirt out of there.
So the endless process of moving dirt begins. This was tedious, and I've decided that I will never move another bed again. And where they're placed is where they'll live forever. Watch. Next year I'll be like, I don't like this, and I'll move it. But I will recall this video and remember that I was not loving this situation. So I just reused a hardware cloth. As you guys remember, I literally just put that down the beginning of spring. And you'll see here that It is a ton of leveling and digging and trying to make it even. Now, it's not necessary to have your bed level, but I think when you look from it, like from like outside of the garden, you're going to really appreciate it being level. So I highly suggest that you do that. I did go ahead and fill it with debris and sticks and stuff like that at the bottom, and then I just put all of the soil that I possibly could so that the barrels will be easier to move. I took the beds apart so that I can reuse it, and that was it. I'm really excited about it.
We are at the end of day one. Can you guys see the vision now? Do you see what I mean about how lovely it's going to be able to, like, look at this, guys. Look at this. I have never been able to bring my gorilla cart in here this entire season, like at all. As you can imagine, that was a big bummer because sometimes you have like big projects that you need to get done and all that stuff. So I'm excited about the looks of it. I'm sure you guys saw that I was leveling and doing all the things, and it's really important to have. Well, I guess you don't need a level bed, but it is going to look off if it's not leveled. So I suggest try to level it out. Now, I dug a little bit. You saw on the ground, but I mostly added rocks, the corners and things of that nature. And I know there'll be questions as to why I didn't staple the hardware cloth. I never do that. I never ever do that. And I haven't had a problem with something digging up and in it. I made sure that the hardware cloth was touching the wood all the way around. And then yeah, I don't know. I just never ever really, I've never done that before. Plus, I would need another body to flip it and like, staple it in. But again, I have never done it. I haven't had a problem with something like crawling in from underneath into my bed. Certainly something crawling from above, but not underneath. So this is the end of day one. Let me turn you around so I can kind of walk you through exactly what's going on. And I think I'll be able to get my gorilla cart. You know what? I don't need to. I thought about it and I was like, do I need to get the gorilla cart through the front here? Obviously, not at this moment. I have a chair and like all this other stuff. But no, I don't think I'm going to need to do that because you could see I can't even get it like from the gate. Like there's not enough space. So I would always come in and then and around. That was a lot of work. All right, let me turn it around. So next order of business would have to be transplanting my blueberry. And the problem I have with doing something like that is that I would have to fill a whole barrel and I would have to put it in its place. Does that make sense? Because right now I have all of like where the barrels are going to go for the blueberry is going to go back here, like where it currently is, but just like a little bit forward. Um, so I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. I may have to. I know this is going to sound crazy, but I may have to transplant all of that stuff currently in this bed.
So I'm removing the straw so that I can reuse it. I did move the blueberries and strawberries over to this bed because I realized that I would need to empty this entire bed out in order to make the new ones. And if this did not happen, I would be at a complete standstill. So it was just more moving dirt around. Again, I will not be moving beds anymore.
So here we are, end of day one. I transplanted the berries. I threw some away because there was a ton. So I have to water this in before I go to bed. But everything is looking good. This is almost empty, which is nice. I think I need, it looks like there's a whole nother barrel full. The situation is that I do not have another barrel. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do, to be honest. I'm going to build a secondary bed and see where I go or how I feel about what it looks like. I certainly have a lot of barrels. I also have that tree on the other side that's in a barrel. I have a nectarine, not nectarine, a apricot or apricot, however you want to say it. So I thought that if I stop with two beds, I can put my tree out here also and just do like a smattering of barrels. So let me water this in and I will I don't know. I will pick up where I left off. So we'll be back. It won't mean you won't see any different. It'll be like a second for you, but for me, it'll be a whole new day.
Guess what, guys? We are moving more dirt today. It was just endless, this mounds and mounds of dirt. But I was happy that I got it done so that I could go ahead and use this wood to make another bed. Now I got a new tripod, so when I do build the bed, you'll see that I was able to put you on the workbench with me and get you a better look. I was also able to use the like a pilot hole drill. Mark put it in for me. So because he did that, I had no cracking at all whatsoever, which made the process so much easier. And I think this bed is really, really nice. Now you can see that I'm doing the same process before, just doing, 8 corners, I'm sorry, 4 corners, 8 pieces for each corner. And you can see that using the pilot hole made this so much easier, no splits at all. And it's just a nicer looking product. I really love cedar. It's my favorite type of wood to work with. You can see, I'm just showing you just up close because I'm not sure if the video that I put up last week was just, I don't know. I don't think that it was good enough, but we are just building a whole nother bed. And this time I was able to finish it all on my own. With the last bed, Mark came at the very last minute and helped me with the top part. And this time I did not need him at all. So I'm really, really proud of myself. And it's a lot easier once you get the hang of it. I think it's because I did the last one that I was more confident with this one. I don't know. I'm not sure if that's if that's true, but I did feel like better about it. I also put in 2-inch screws that on the very top to ensure that the top wasn't flimsy. On the other beds, we use shorter ones, and I feel like it kind of moves around. And I may have to go out there and possibly use these larger screws. But I'm really happy with how it came out. And I was able to move it by myself. Also, I took it out of the garage and brought it in on my Gorilla cart. And so, yeah, and I did the same process, moved everything around, leveled, used a hardware cloth. And again, leveling is so, so important. I do have to fix this, however. I'm not exactly sure if I like the placement, but it's fine.
Okay, so this is actually where it has to end. Otherwise, I will not have a video for you. Um, it will finish next week. I will have it done. But I wanted to kind of show you so you could see the vision, right? You could see that I have this really great big walkway, lots of room in the garden. It feels spacious and beautiful. My cart can easily maneuver. And then this is part of the reason why I didn't want to build a third bed, although I still want to, right? But you can see that it starts to really neck down here. And if I was to put another bed, I would literally not be able to walk in front. And I don't want to have that issue. So I do like the barrel situation, how it's kind of looking right now. I'm not sure if this is how I will keep it. Obviously, that one will move kind of center here or out of the way completely. I'm not exactly sure. I was thinking about putting the barrels much closer together. I feel like there's just too much space. And even though everything needs its growing room, I'm not sure if I need that much growing room. I still have to move the fig. That location for the fig is not my ideal space because the fig kind of sprawls out and I want something a little bit more slender. So I'm probably going to do both of my berries, then my blueberries, and then my fig. Just, just kind of have it kind of clean right there, if that makes sense to you guys at all. Um, there's a nice big space right here. Let me let me go this way so you can see what I'm talking about. So when you walk into the garden this way, there's this big space. And I thought, what do I do there? But then, no, I want to make sure that I have room to, I don't know, move things around if I need to. I also had kind of a cool idea to do like a barrel, like just kind of in a zigzag pattern, but I don't know if I'll like that. So over here, I just have to move my raspberries and plant up my blueberries. So those are those 2 barrels. These 2 barrels are going to stay for, any kind of flowers, or like how I have potatoes and carrots in them. I'm going to keep that kind of going in that direction. I'm debating on if I bring my tree over here. I'm not exactly sure, but I hope you guys can see the vision. It's still a work in progress. So obviously, I'm definitely going to try to have this completed for the fall. Well, I should be able to have it completed. I have, the week to do it. But let me move my cart so you can kind of get a better view. So you're walking into my garden, right? And then you go, is there more garden? There is. Isn't that gorgeous? I do have to go ahead and straighten out those beds. I was literally doing it for so long, and I don't know if they're really straight. They actually don't look straight. Like they don't. Like that one looks a little bit off, but I need a measuring tape or a ruler or like a piece of wood to kind of make it better. So that's why I didn't fill this one all the way, and the soil is extremely loose. So I should be able to kind of like shift it if I need to. Yeah, but I'm very proud of myself. I did an excellent job building this bed. You guys saw that I used the pilot holes, and everything just looks really, really good. The only issue is, I don't know if you guys can see, hold on, let's move that dirt, but that's okay. It's not too bad. It'll be under dirt, so that is not too bad. So this is the garden in progress. You guys tell me what you think about this. I really like it. I think it's really nice. The only thing that's throwing me off is, let me show you. When I look at my garden from like the outside of my garden, it's throwing me off to have random beds over here. This looks like the garden, but then there's those. I think I'm overthinking it because I have several days. Let me know what you actually think, if that's annoying or not, or strange. I hope it's not. A part of me is like, a third one will look really good, but I just can't. I can't afford the space. I really have to clean this up. But yeah, okay. Good, 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 good. All right, guys, look at it. Isn't it really nice? I absolutely love it. And what's crazy to me is that even though I have this enormous walkway that you see here, I still have more planting room, which is great. I was able to add 3x2s, 2 of them, which is excellent. And I still have all of my barrels and room for more barrels. And I mean, I am so excited about the garden next year, and I cannot wait. So in the next video that you'll see on Saturday of next week, I will be just setting it into place. Essentially, it will be exactly what's going to be, moving around all the barrels to exactly where they're going to go. And I really hate that I wasn't able to like finish this video, because I really like finishing things up. But if I did not wrap this up, there would be no video for tomorrow. But look at it, guys. Do you see? Oh, it's amazing. It's quite amazing. I actually still have some wood left from uh, the other garden beds, so that's really cool. But I don't think I'm going to build anything else. Really? I don't think so. I thought about doing like a 2x2, because I have enough wood for that. And if I did do a 2x2, it could actually fit in that corner, but then I won't have like room for a barrel. And a 2x2 is the same size as a barrel because it's a 24 circle. Really doesn't make sense. Just because I have the wood doesn't mean I have to build something with it. But because I have it, I'm like, do I build something? Anyway, I'm rambling. Okay, guys, if you like the video, please like it. It would really help me out. If you're not subscribed, I would love to have you. And remember, if you didn't get it done today, there is always tomorrow.